Hi, my name is Shalina Segovia Woodard, and this is my business plan from Here to There, LLC. What is recidivism? Recidivism is measured by criminal acts that resulted in rearrest, reconviction, or return to prison with or without a new sentence during a 3-year period following the prisoner's release. Recidivism among released prisoners have a high rate of more than 50%. In 2005, out of the 1,994,000 arrests during the 9 years, 82% were arrested within the first 3 years of those 9 years. From Here to There, LLC is a nonprofit transitional education and treatment center. From Here to There, LLC offers a transitional program that helps ex-convicts re-enter society by providing education programs, job training, healthcare, housing, and counseling. From Here to There, LLC has a diverse group of clientele that come from different backgrounds. They strive to shape a program to fit the needs of each of their clients. From Here to There, LLC mission is to rebuild the lives of prisoners who will be released from prison or jail in the next 18 months. The mission is to end the cycle of recidivism and begin preparation before prisoners' release dates. The vision is to change clients' mindsets and motivate them to run their program from start to finish. From Here to There, LLC want clients to thrive emotionally, spiritually, and physically so that they can re-enter society and become productive citizens. Blue Ocean strategy on the right represents opportunity and growth. Blue Ocean strategy, by contrast, is about doing business where there is no competitors. A new starting business could develop in an uncontested market space instead of fighting over a shrinking profit pool, which creates red oceans, which is on the left side. From Here to There, LLC focuses on what they can offer and what can be accomplished instead of competing with other nonprofits. Here we are one, and the only focus is getting our clients from here to there. Demographic segmentation is a common and most basic form of segmentation that divides customers or clients on observable differences: age, sex, family size, occupation, and educational level, and income are just a few factors. Religion, race, or other things to be considered. From Here to There, LLC will have 2 separate facilities for males and 1 for females. Age and education level are also important factors in which occupation is more befitting for each individual. For example, an 80-year-old male with an MBA is not on the same educational level as a 20-year-old male with a GED. However, the age gap would be detrimental to the 80-year-old because, depending on his underlying health issues, he might not be able to work like a 20-year-old male can. Let's say that the 80-year-old male is in mint condition, then possibly he might have more opportunities than the 20-year-old male because he has achieved a higher level of education. Here is some data of Sacramento's race statistics, which is as follows. American Indians is 0.6%, blacks 12.2%, whites 34.4%, and Asians 19.6%. Geographic segmentation is considered a highly useful strategy based on location. This segment includes region, county size, city size, population density, and climate. When identifying clients based on the locations, From Here to There decided on Sacramento, California. It seemed to be very suitable for location for multiple reasons, and for one, let's just say transportation, being that it is more efficient than it is in comparison to Los Angeles, California. Sacramento isn't overly populated, as it is in comparison to other major cities in California, but according to city data, in 2019, Sacramento had a population of 513,624 people. Males make up 49.6%, and females make up the remaining 50.4%. Psychographic segmentation deals with more emotional and mental characteristics, yet fairly similar to demographic segmentation. This particular segment can be helpful by identifying needs and preferences of the clients. Psychographic segmentation outlines personality traits such as interests, beliefs, values, attitudes, and lifestyles. From Here to There, LLC is a transitional program that is known as a halfway house. The NAICS code for this establishment is 623990. The business primarily engages in residential care that provides supervision and personal care services. By utilizing NAICS code, companies can classify their own customers for their own businesses. A sole proprietorship is a business that one individual owns. However, as good as it sounds, it means that the owner's business assets and liabilities are not separate from their personal assets and liabilities, and the owner is responsible for obligations and debt of the business. Another disadvantage is that the company only lasts if the owner remains alive. A partnership is a small group of business owners that involve two or more people. Additionally, there are two common kinds of partnerships. One is limited partnership and the other is limited liability partnership. But just like proprietorships, partnerships are easy to form and isn't as expensive as other business structures. Limited liability partnership has similar attributes as a general partnership. LLP gives limited liability to every owner and protects partners from debts. Unlike a general partnership, under an LLP, other partners' action won't result in their downfall. A corporation is created by a state and is separate from its owners and managers. One major disadvantage for a C Corps is that they receive double taxation, once after earnings and again when its after-tax earnings are paid as dividends. Shareholders' personal assets are protected. If for any reason the corporation were to lose all of its money, what shareholders end up losing is the funds invested into the company. From Here to There, LLC decided that they wanted to be a limited liability company. Reasons being that it limits personal liability by legally separating personal assets from the company. LLC gives corporation and partnership benefits. If for any reason a business partner or an employee is sued, personal assets are protected. From Here to There, LLC uses this hybrid business structure to its full advantage by acting as a sole proprietorship. But From Here to There, LLC wanted to limit liability while seeking full benefits, including taxation, management flexibility, and record keeping. Some advantages for a promotional campaign includes helping promote services, staying updated, low in costs, which is free to start a social media account, create an identity or brand, and gain feedback. Some disadvantages include it's very time consuming. You'll need an active member to update the post and respond to comments. Not on feed for long, so if someone were to promote their business, your status could no longer be there or be seen. You could receive a lot of negative feedback on social media, and if not addressed quick enough, it could really be detrimental to your business. Some core competitive advantage and core competencies. There are three important core competencies From Here to There LLC adhere by, and that's motivation, communication skills, and conflict resolution. Managers need to be strategic leaders, meaning managers have the ability to anticipate, envision, maintain flexibility, and empower others to create strategic change. Communicating with employees and relay of information is very important factor when mixing it's very important to communicate on a daily basis and on multiple occasions. Conflict resolution is an important factor when mixing different personalities in one room. Unresolved conflict could be harmful to one's program. What is more important to From Here to There LLC would be motivation. It is difficult to develop a motivational strategy for each individual because everyone is inspired and motivated differently. A competitive advantage for From Here to There LLC would be the partnerships and resources with other organizations. Developing partnerships with other organizations help gather useful resources that are key in the transitional process for the clients. Funding is 3 funding forms that we're going to address here, and one is venture capital financing, which refers to funding of an organization or individuals dedicated in investing resources in young secret organizations. They provide funds to young organizations in exchange for ownership of the business. Investment firms generally unwilling to participate in core funding unless organization board of directors has a long history. Debt financing includes utilizing assets from the owner of the loan, in addition to conspiring on a predetermined future date. It also provides the repayment of the assets obtained. For the person who loaned assets to the business, the reward for debt financing is the interest of the amount of loan to the borrower. Debt financing may be available or unstable. Lastly, equity financing involves exchanging part of the company's liability in exchange for a foreign currency interest. Ownership shares due to equity risk allow funders to share the profits of the organization. Equity includes extremely lasting benefits in the organization and will not be repaid by the organization in the future. From Here to There handles 5,000 units for the year. It will realize a break-even point of approximately $190,000 in sales. At this point, the total fixed cost will be equivalent to the total revenue realized. To operate From Here to There LLC on a non-profit basis, the owner or the management agency must not receive any benefits. All profits should be reinvested in the facility or project to help residents. In the 5 years ending 2019, the industry's annual revenue growth rate was 2.8%, reaching the US $5.9 billion and an increase of 1.4% in 2019 alone. In the 5 years leading up to 2019, the crime rate is expected to drop by 3.1%, while the detention rate is expected to drop by 2.2%. The private industry resources, facility revenues, and all revenue contracts with the executive and sale legislature. Therefore, changes in the government organizations do not receive sufficient allocation and payment for their contracts. It is a phenomenal business to help ex-offenders re-enter society. Running such homes attracts many clients who require a secured environment to recover and transition successfully. These businesses are operated as nonprofits in America and could potentially be funded by the government. It is very important to reinvest what you get out of the company for it to be successful.